It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray.
And welcome. And today, I'm going to tell you something. I will be taking my aspirin because we have Judy Herman in the house.
Judy Herman in the house.
Bringing you the games, so get ready, get your pencils, get your paper. We're going to be talking about, and we got Fire Chief, which ain't her name. Fire Chief.
Austin's Fire Chief. So stay tuned. Roll the open.
Right, let's roll that.
We'll be right back.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon, fun Friday.
Fun Friday. I gotta tell you, I'm exhausted because we've been in meetings all morning. And we are now officially ready to do business in Delray.
Officially? Absolutely.
It's official because they made me go through all these hoops and balances, but it's all good. And it's great when you go to City Hall and they go, hey! We know you guys.
They know you.
They say you're the celebrity.
No, they call you the celebrity.
Yeah, the personality.
Personality.
Personality, yeah.
And I said, I know she has some personality, but that don't mean that she has personality. But anyway, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I want to thank everybody who has been sharing out the show and helping us out. I also want to thank anybody who's watching this show on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV.
Yes.
You guys have blown up the circuit for us. Over 45,000 families have downloaded the show. I think you guys need doctors.
45,000
Yes.
Wow.
people have downloaded our show.
Homes. I don't know how many people in the homes.
45,000 homes.
Yes.
And how do you do that?
I don't know. You go to Roku, it's a Brooklyn Cafe TV show, you download it and you watch it. I watch it with your mom on the weekends. He says, you guys are hilarious.
Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Apple TV. Just go to your apps, look for the Brooklyn Cafe TV, and download it. That means 45,000 homes are actually listening to us. They're actively looking for us. That's scary in and of itself.
That is. And we also want to welcome, we have new concepts coming out next week. You're going to be listening to shows in Europe. They're going to VMix in and they're going to tell us a little bit about what they do. Hopefully we will add our correspondence up and going next week. And where are we going to be next Thursday?
Well, how about tomorrow? Let's start tomorrow.
Today.
Today we're right here in Studio A, and at 6 o'clock tonight is our first event of the season at the Heart of Delray Gallery. And if you have not been here, we are located at 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. We sit in Studio A, so then you walk in the door, walk straight back. You cannot miss us. Tonight is the first event of the season here at the Heart of Delray Gallery. It is a sip, spirits, and wine event at the Heart of Delray. So come on. Actually, it's closed. 300 people, they close it out, so I can't even tell you to come on out. If you have registered, we look forward to meeting you, so stop on in at Studio A. The next event after tonight will be in November, and that's with Thomas Arvid. So when you get that email, RSVP ASAP to get involved in the first 300. Amazing that is closed out
So let
tonight.
me ask you a question. If people come onto the cafe, they come to watch the show, it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5, right?
Can they stay?
No, I know he's going to empty it out, but
Yeah.
they can come before the event.
Absolutely. We actually have our Momentum Mindset show tonight at 5 o'clock with Jay and Janine. We're
So
going to be
people can
doing
see
that
that.
here, so you'll be able to see that show. 6 o'clock, they have an incredible singer coming. She is spectacular from what I understand, and part of the deal of getting her here is that we get to interview her, so I'm excited to meet
We're doing a
her.
half-hour show tonight.
She is blind, and she came into the gallery for a tactile exhibit and a walkthrough, and she sat down and played the piano, and they were just, apparently her voice is like the angel, so I'm looking
I
forward
heard
to
it.
meeting her as well.
I heard it.
And that's today. Tomorrow we are doing opening day at
The Miracle League.
Miracle League of Palm Beach County's opening day for this incredible special needs baseball league. 120 kids, not families, kids are coming out. There'll be over 300 people tomorrow at the baseball field. If you're in the area of Linton and Dixie Highway, it's the old Bucky Dent Field. It says Miracle League, Palm Beach County. There's a concession field. They're having opening day ceremonies. Every child makes a home run or a cheerleader. So 120 kids either cheering or on the baseball field, and that does not include the buddies. No. So let me tell you, be prepared. Bring your tissues, waterproof mascara, because it will be a day like you have never seen.
I will make sure I have my
waterproof mascara.
The funny thing about that is I'm going to have so much technical stuff to do. I don't think I'm going to be emotionally driven.
Trust me, you will be emotionally driven, because what they have done, what the Cadells have done to create this league in Palm Beach County is truly a miracle to bring these families together. And that's tomorrow. And then next Thursday, we are live at Barrel of Monks Brewery on Thursday. And then on Friday, we are opening our satellite studio in North Miami Beach at Cafe Don Pablo in North Miami. So we're going to be there. Fuego's going to be launching over there as well.
Don Pablo studio.
Actually, if you look it up, it's called Cafe Don Pablo.
Then he changed it.
I call it Cafe Don Pablo Studios. But you can find it on Eventbrite. The Eventbrite has gone out for that event on Friday. I have to put the one out for Barrel of Monks. A lot going on.
Barrel of Monks, we're going to have a whole Barrel of Monks. He has some new drinks he wants to share with us. You should join us, because there's nothing better than playing these games when you had a few concoctions. And having a barrel of laughs.
I think he calls it Barrel of Monkeys. I always think he calls it monks, I call it monkeys. The Toy Story monkeys that are in the barrel. Mm-hmm. I always think of that.
You remember they used to sell the little barrel with the monkeys
I'm going to get those.
I'm
going to get Teddy. I'm going to order those. Look,
we
she
can
says
put
yes.
A chain. And she says yes.
She says yes. Teddy says
yes. Said the yes.
Let's throw something out and see what she's going to say yes. Teddy, we need a barrel of monkeys. Okay, yes. Bet on Amazon. We're good. We're going to bring those on Thursday as well.
Unbelievable.
We got a lot going on today. So today we've got Brain Entertaining with Judy Herman, and we've got a new foundation that we're featuring on Fridays, Austin's Fire Chiefs, which goes with our Fridays.
Yes.
Fire Chiefs Fridays, we've got Elena with us. And then at 1 o'clock hour, we're kicking off breast cancer awareness, because apparently Beyonce's father was diagnosed with breast cancer. So we have a doctor coming on, and she is going to be talking through Tandem Physician Services and David DePino about breast cancer awareness, prevention, and yes, men too can be diagnosed with breast cancer. It's something that we haven't really touched upon, but I'm glad we're kicking off Breast Cancer Awareness Month with that.
David DePino also has a show that he does on ESPN. He does another show for you and your doctor at the Beasley Stations on Tuesday night. That guy's a somebody.
He's a somebody.
We're
all a somebody.
You saw the picture he showed you in his chef outfit?
No, I must have missed that.
Well, I'm going to be blowing it up, baby. Because he's a whole lot of man, I'm going to tell you.
I must have missed that. But before we get into some fun with Brain Entertaining, let's talk about Fire Prevention Friday. Right? How do we like that?
That sounds good to me.
We've got Elena Belden with us. Austin's mom is how it's presented, and Elena comes to us through our two sons. Remember, we had Stacy Katz on, and Stacy passed over Elena's card and said, I think you'd like to reach out. So Nicole New Girl reached out to Elena as our producer, and here she is. So welcome.
Hi,
her first time on radio, her first time on TV, her first time here at the heart of Delray. So a lot of first Fridays.
Yes.
Tell us about you and Austin's Fire Chief.
So we are a nonprofit organization out of Hollywood. We're based out of Hollywood. We're actually mobile because we go to you. We teach kids and adults what to do before stop, drop, and roll. So before stop, drop, and roll. When you ask most kids, what do you do if there's a fire? And they go, stop, drop, and roll.
Yes.
Because that's what we're taught. So, I'm sorry? Oh, I thought you said something.
No, he thinks out loud. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's all right. And so we teach what to do before that. This is all done in honor of my Austin. Austin was 9 years old when he died in a house fire. And so I do not ever want another parent to have to experience that. And so we teach them things like how to find your smoke alarms and how to test them. We teach them how to find 2 exits in every room. We teach them, home smoke alarms sound much different than school smoke alarms. And kids really need to be familiar with the fire alarms in their homes in the event that they do go off. If you live on a second story, or if your bedroom's on a second story, do you have an escape ladder to get out? Most families do not have plans. So it's something that we teach to get families to talk about it, get kids to know what to do, what a firefighter looks like in uniform, so they're not afraid in the event of an emergency.
How long ago did you start this foundation?
We are in our second active year. It's been in my head for many years, since Austin's died, but over the past 2 years, we've been able to actually get the presentations put together, gain some exposure. We've presented to about 4,200 kids so far.
Wow.
And would you share your story?
Good for you.
Sure,
As much as you feel comfortable
as
sharing.
much as I can. So my story in regards to
Austin and how all of this came to be.
Right. So this happened at Austin's dad's house, and we were divorced. And he stayed with his dad. There was a generator that was being run in a mobile home, from one mobile home to another mobile home. The generator overheated. It was January 29th. There was a space heater, and the generator overloaded, space heater caught, and it was never really determined whether the fire marshals had two different as it could have been.
Scenarios,
One is that
yeah.
scenario, thank you. One is that he never got out, and the second is that he got out and went back in for his kitty cat.
Oh.
So
How old was he?
9 years old. So another thing that we teach, like, emphatically, is you never go back in. Not for the Xbox, not for the phone, not for the puppy. You don't go back in. And so since then, it's been a lot of therapy, a lot of working on inner issues to be able to say, I don't ever want this to happen. It's not just not saying that I never want it to happen, it's actually doing something in the event so it doesn't have to happen again.
We say all the time, right? The only ideas that actually are those that come to fruition. And
Yes.
that's exactly what you say, is this is what you've been wanting to do, and now you bring it forward to save others. It's like when we had Live Like Jake
Right.
for childhood drowning, and the many souls that you can save. Unfortunately, you lost Austin, but how many other kids and families you can bring awareness to.
That you have saved with your information, with your, it's when I lived in New York, I had a 3-level, 1, 2, 3, 4-level house, and we used to live on the first and second. The basement I redid, so we used that, and then the attic I redid, and we used that. But it was always a concern because there was only one way up and one way out.
Right.
And out the window where the kids' rooms was a very large drop, about 60 or 30 or 40 feet, whatever. So you would break something if you jumped out, and it was really difficult. And it really bothered me a lot because there was no way of leaving if the fire came up in that direction. And when these homes, like the home you just described, when these homes go up, they go up fast because
Yes.
they would, right? It shows you how much I was thinking. So I had somebody design for me piping into the house. Now, this wasn't legal because I didn't have time to file for all that. I was just so concerned. I never put it in.
Right.
But I had always wondered, what would you do to escape? So planning is important. Getting out is important. And then, fire alarms, the smoke detectors. You ever notice how people decide that the battery has to go because it goes deep, deep because the battery's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, I need a battery for my remote control. And it's easier just to take it out and never put it back.
Yes.
This is what 85% of us do. And you don't have to admit that you do it. That's okay. Just change the stupid thing.
But there's so much to the preparedness, right? It's more than that.
Oh, it goes on and on. It starts with fire detectors. Smoke alarms are literally the number one lifesaver in the event of a fire emergency. I don't know if you remember, a couple months back, there was a fire in Erie, Pennsylvania, and it took 5 kids. And there was one smoke alarm in the house,
Right.
and it was in the attic, which is great. have a fire alarm, a smoke alarm in your attic, but get some on your ground floors, you know, I mean, where your people are. And not only is it the remote control, it's Timmy's truck needs a battery and I'm tired of listening to him carry on about it. So let me just pull this battery, put it in. And you're right, they forget,
They don't
or
put it
you know, it's going off in the middle of the, and I don't know why it always goes off in the middle of the night, but it does. It's 2 a.m. and it goes beep, beep. And people just pull it off the wall and just think that
And
it's
put it
not
back.
And you
important.
could buy multiple battery packs now. It isn't like in the day
that
you had to
right?
buy one at a time, right? Now you can buy up to 24 of these bad boys. Put it in that drawer that we all have in the kitchen.
right.
We put everything in that drawer,
In the junk drawer.
in the junk drawer. Put it in there, and when you need to change it, you change it.
Or you change it when you change clocks. I mean, you come up right with the schedule. If when
That's
you
the
change your
rule of
clocks,
thumb. Yeah.
change your batteries
Yeah.
in your
And-
detectors.
And they even have now, like we use in studio, they have rechargeable. Oh, God help us if we go rechargeable. Because it means you don't have nothing to complain about.
Oh, tell us about
Yeah.
the plan for Austin's fire chief. You gave us these stickers as well.
Yes, those stickers we give when we do presentations. They are actually for people who have pets. So in the event that there are dogs, cats, fish, rabbits, we've heard it all, they can mark that in a waterproof, you know, in a Sharpie marker, put it on your window, put it on your front door, and it alerts emergency personnel that there are pets inside. That's the number one thing that gets to kids.
Yes.
What about my pets? What about my pets? What
Right.
about my pets? And it really is a parental responsibility that if we have pets, to sit down with your kids and say, if there is an emergency, I'll handle this. Or somebody will handle it. You know, you have crated animals. I mean, I really could go on and on and on. Hurricane shutters are a big deal here in South Florida. People put them up because there's a storm coming. This last storm we had, shutters went up. I can't tell you how many are still up.
They're still up.
Are still up.
Yeah.
And that is, I wouldn't say this to a child, but that's a death trap. You know, a hurricane shutter is intended for things to not come in. If things cannot come in, guess what? Things
They can't
can't
get
go
out.
out.
You know, I heard something too. A woman was not feeling well. She lived on her own, and she thought that she was going to faint. And she first went and unlocked her front door, which I wouldn't necessarily think of doing. But if you
That's
have
right.
emergency services coming, they're either going to walk in or they're going to break it down. So she had the presence of mind to unlock her front door. I thought that was a great example of something that
That is.
you
I
know,
can't
you
even
know-
imagine thinking about that. I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm going down.
Once you hear about it, your
Yeah.
consciousness is
Absolutely.
raised. And I think that's what you're doing. I think it's great. You have to be aware and you have to prepare, and that's what you're helping people do.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, we teach the kids that if you know, doors are hot, how to test it to make sure, do I open it now? Do I not open it now? Do I go out the window? We have a smoke machine and we play, you know, with them, not play with them, but we let them crawl under the smoke machine so they know, you know, we teach them to get low to the ground. We teach them why. Why do you close your bedroom door at night? It's really, really important that people get in the practice of closing their bedroom doors, because God forbid there's an emergency, that door will save you at least 3 minutes.
And you got to be careful with hot doors. Don't open
Do
them.
not open a
Don't
hot
touch.
door
And you create
ever.
a back-
And touch
back
with the back
draft.
of your hand.
Yeah, everybody panics,
Oh,
and the
touch
first
with
thing
the
you
back
do.
of
The
With
back
your
of your
hand.
hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if it's too hot, don't open it because you're going to create a backdraft and you're going to take yourself out and everybody within 5
You
feet.
sleep with your door closed?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
sleep with your door closed?
Yeah.
I.
But I have shutters on my window.
You do?
I do.
Why?
That it's closed right now?
Mm-hmm. I know.
But she's waiting until
Excuse me.
hurricane.
We'll wait till we're done with this segment. We'll talk.
Talk to me, I
We'll
know. Shouldn't
talk.
admit it, but no, that's true.
But you have to take the consequences. If something happens, if they can't get in, you're talking about seconds here to
right.
save your life. So
Well, not just getting in, but what happens
Getting
if there's
out.
an emergency
She can't get
and she's stuck?
yeah, I went into
Okay.
Can you take them? If
She's
you
taking
need
her shutters
help,
down.
We do also. We provide smoke alarms to those in need. You go to our website. You da. We will send a smoke alarm to you.
And
If
tell
you
us your
need help
website.
taking your shutters down, you contact me. I'll leave you with a card,
Good.
and we will come and help you do it.
You do that too?
It's that important.
wow.
See, isn't that great?
It-
It's terrific.
There should be no
No
barrier.
bubbles.
No.
Are you going into the schools? How are you getting in front of the kids?
Right now, we are working on getting into schools. It's much easier to get into charter schools and private schools than it is to get in through the county, although we have been Broward County approved. We've done a ton of summer camps, Boys and Girls Club, Lighthouse of Broward, they're vision impaired. We've done CHC, which is the Center for Hearing and Communications, and we've presented to hearing impaired children. Anybody that has scout troops, dance clubs, dojos, private schools, wherever we can get to kids is where we want to be.
Anywhere in public with kids. Yeah.
And how long are I want to say seminars or the trainings?
They're 45-minute interactive presentations, so the kids get to play along and answer questions, and we have fun. It's not heavy.
Right.
It's just it's informative.
And it's meant to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
In New York, there was a fire at the second floor across the street from me. And the guy's car was parked in the driveway. And I was with a friend of mine. And him and I run across the street. We start banging on the door because we thought he was sleeping inside. It was a true story. So I go in there and he says to me, Freddie, do I knock the door down? I mean, this guy was...
Yeah.
And I said, I had to make a decision. I see the black smoke coming out. I said, let's break it down. We break this door down. And I'm going to tell you, when that door opened, my goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my
Imagine.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
I lost everything. Then we tucked down and rolled, thinking that's what we should do. And the black smoke was so thick, Dawn, and the fire was so hot in there. I couldn't keep going. I came out. My shirt was
For sure.
Singed.
singed. He went in to look for it. He came back out. He was sooted and everything else. The fire department gave us a lecture. How stupid can you be? I mean,
Pretty
for
much.
15 minutes,
How
they were
stupid
yelling.
could you be?
I saw somebody's
He was
car. I
trying
thought
to
he was
rescue.
inside
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I thought he was in trouble, and we were going to carry him out.
Yeah, but
We
how
had
are
to.
you, without
Thank you.
equipment, able to do
It
that?
was just reactive.
And that's the thing we want to teach these kids is you can't, or parents, you can't go back in there because you never know what's on the other
I
side
should
of
never
that
have
door.
gone at all. I should never
You're
have gone
lucky
at
you're
all.
here.
And he said that to me. There was another fire. It's in the newspapers on the truck. An oil truck went into a corner store, like a bodega, went into flames. 23 people died. And I lived right across the street, and I ran.
You told me that story.
I could not get in there. I could not. It was so hot.
Yeah.
From across the street, I was burning up. I could not get in there. But the first thing you do, and we talked about this, do you run into the fire or do you run against
I
it?
think the first thing you do is, Elena says, you need a plan.
You have to have a plan.
And it's more than, we all have our hurricane plans. We have these evacuation plans, and we joked. I said it was on a need to know, right? When something catastrophic happens, we prepare for these plans. We can't prepare for a fire, but you can have a plan in case of an emergency,
happens.
right?
So let me give you an example. We tell the kids to go, whichever exit they need to go out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when families don't have a meeting place and they don't have a plan, I'll give you the prime example of what happens. Mom goes out this door, child 1 goes out this door, child 2 goes out here, dad goes out this door. I mean, I'm making it up, obviously. Now everybody is out, but nobody knows that anybody's
There's
out.
no meeting place.
And nobody knows where the others are.
That's right.
Panic ensues. Somebody goes back. Now you have a catastrophe.
Right.
So meeting places and sitting down with your families are like that's the number one thing that we really need to
Do you
to
have
impress.
checklists or anything on your website that people can download that they can put a plan in place?
Yes, I actually have paperwork that we, when we do a presentation, we send it home with the kids, and it's adults, here's your job, children, here's your job. And it's like dance or playing a musical instrument, anything you do, practice always makes better. Not perfect, but it always makes better. And so you have to practice. It's like practice.
It's funny, and it's just bringing back stuff. I had whistles in every room.
Smart.
So that if you had to
Yeah.
run and you got out, you whistled until your
There's
lungs
That's
exploded.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need
Very
you out.
good
Because I'm gonna
idea.
tell you, and I applaud the plan and everything else, but a parent, when you have a child in the
That's right.
house, I'm gonna bet this beautiful bagel I have here, donut, whatever it is, I will bet you that parent's gonna run in. You're gonna
Absolutely.
have to strain this guy not to jump in
Yeah.
to go save his kid.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
So-
disaster and catastrophe is gonna happen.
So,
Or,
put
as
a-
you said, a cat or a dog or something like that, where you are concerned and you don't.
The kid
think
is gonna
that-
want that.
Yeah.
But I can see
Oh,
a parent saying this,
absolutely.
and
Parent doing
they'll
it
find their
also.
way out, things of that nature.
I
But
think
a kid-
if parents decide to go back in after their children, which I
Everyone's
get
gonna
100,
do.
you know
Yep.
what? An adult is capable of making that decision and knowing the consequences.
Correct.
A child, on the other hand, not so much. They
Yeah.
don't know that there's danger on the other side.
Got to put a plan in place. Stacy,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Stacy's watching. She says, "Thank you for putting your pain to a purpose." She's so proud of you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Stacey.
Tell us the website, how
Very
people can
nice.
reach out, get information, maybe get you into an assembly for these kids.
Sure. So our website is www.austinsplan.org. And the phone number is 954-673-9744. And
You can always contact us right here at the cafe. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995. Maybe Elena will leave some of these, or you can get them. Put a plan in place. Practice, plan. This show brought to you by the letter P. Practice. Put your plan
There you
in
go.
place and be prepared. We're going to go to commercial break.
Let's do that.
As long as
Catch my
I don't
breath.
have to say those P's anymore.
Letter P.
888-994-4995. Yes, this segment brought to you by the letter P. Austin's Fire Chiefs. When we come back, we're going to talk some brain entertaining with Judy Herman. More to come with Elena from Austin's Fire Chief. Stay tuned, and we will be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself, give yourself the chance to be heard, and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a fun Fire Chief Friday. We're here with Judy Herman. We're also here with Elena Belden of Austin's Fire Chiefs. Check them out. The website is austins with an S plan.org. get your plan in place, practice it, have a safe meeting place for your children, for you, for your pets, and just be prepared. And if you have a foundation, if you've got a schooling, scouts, maybe mini mitzvahs is a good idea, Freddie, to introduce them. The more kids and families we can expose this preparedness to, the better off we'll all be. Just to know, God forbid anyone ever need it, you know you have a plan. Hopefully you never need it, but just be prepared.
And if you have an idea, like the whistle idea, you want to share with us, give us a holler at
888-994-4995.
I can't see the number from here, by the way.
You don't know it by now.
I do not.
Talk about being prepared. We tried to prepare Freddie for today for Judy Herman. He's taking his little aspirin because he's going to have a headache. Hector has an entire gaming table set up for this. Hector is ready to go because Hector is the man when it comes to these puzzles. Tiffany, are you ready to roll on these?
Tiffany's gonna
Anya and
roll.
JP, I don't know if you've got the brain entertaining,
But
but
actually, we have a new division here. What's it called?
Networking and outreach.
Is that what it's called? Networking and
our
outreach?
networking and outreach division. Nice.
We have a networking
We got more
and outreach.
divisions going than I don't even know
So
about.
if you give us a call, we'll hook
You
you
can
up.
network
hook up
and
you.
outreach.
Yeah, we're gonna do big things.
And the segment brought to you by
What's it brought to you by?
Moby Pop.
Moby Pop.
Get your business Moby Popping. For more information, I'm very excited that our Moby Pop is now on our home screen. Go to your phone. Everyone go to your phone.
You have the picture?
Unless you're driving, go to your phone. Start a new text message. The number is going to be, Elena's going to get her phone, so I'm going to wait a minute. Go to your text function. And the number you're going to text in is 55312.
You see, I can never remember that
The
number.
message
55312. Got it.
The message is CAFE, C-A-F-E, hit send. You're going to get a link to opt in, and there you will get our Moby Pop card with all of the information on how you can be on our show, see our sponsors, thank our sponsors, become a sponsor, share your ideas, and see where we are going next.
Or create your own Moby Pop.
So take your business to the next level, and Moby Pop is. So thank you to Jen G and Cherie from Moby Pop. They have been working very hard on getting some new technology to it.
You guys did some nice work last night.
Did some nice work
didn't
last night, so thank you to that. And yes, all of our producers can now save it on their home screen.
you? So your members to your organization, if you want to send out an alert or whatever, there was a fire, we need help, it will go right through the Moby Pop. It populates?
It populates.
That's awesome.
It populates everybody who's part of your organization and then some.
This segment brought to you by the letter P. I just need Cookie Monster, and we are good to go.
And like I said, this is now going to be where you have to put a cherry on this piece here in front. You see that black and white cookie?
Hey Jojo,
It's
how
gonna
you
be
doing?
the-
It's going to be the Brooklyn Cafe, black and white with a cherry on top.
Not with a cherry on top, just the Brooklyn Cafe cookie.
All right,
Brooklyn
Judy, what do we got cooking?
All right, I got a cute joke for you to start out here called an animal tale. And it uses wordplay for the punch. And here's what I'd like you to do. Just figure out the correct word that relates in some way to the specific animal and to money in general. And you'll get full credit for this one.
Animal and
Here
money?
you go.
Animal and money.
It's like the
A
elephant in the
duck,
room.
a deer, and a skunk went out for dinner at a fancy restaurant. When it came time to pay, the skunk didn't have a blank. The deer didn't have a blank. So they just put the meal on the duck's blank. She had an expense account, and they lived happily ever after.
That's cute.
The end.
The skunk did.
I got the duck and I got the deer, but I don't know about the skunk.
The skunk didn't have a.
What's a skunk have?
What's a skunk have?
The deer didn't have
Stink.
a buck.
A stripe.
A scent.
There you
Nice,
go.
Tiffany.
What was it? Oh, a
scent.
The skunk didn't have a scent.
Did you get it? You have it?
The deer
You have
didn't
all three?
have a buck.
A buck?
Or the doe. You could say doe as well. So
And-
they just put it on the duck's.
Bill.
I put it on the duck's back. Look, I see it.
The
Yeah, you
duck's
sure?
bill. And they lived happily
see camera
ever
work.
after.
Have another. Have another aspirin.
Now you know why
Okay.
Freddie has an aspirin.
Now, if you're drinking with us, and every time I say one of these things, you gotta have a shot. How's that?
Or Game of Axes, we
There
have
you
their
go.
koozie, so enjoy.
There you
Have a koozie for you.
Okay, another one before we get to the coding, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about coding in general. This one's called Ups and Downs, okay? And here's the thing, when you do physical activity, it contributes to your ability to think clearly, and so when you exercise before you do some mental activity, you will be able to think faster and do better. So dive into this one to exercise your brain. Can you think of one 3-letter word, one 4-letter word, and one 5-letter word that each reads the same right side up and upside down?
I have curse words that do that. Does that count?
I have a
Upside
3-letter
up and
word.
upside down. So think of the letters that
Right
are the
side.
same upside down and right side up.
And they have to
There
read
are
the
a
same
few of them.
after you flip them.
Yeah.
So that's
Mom
not
or
going to
wow?
work.
No,
Yeah,
turn it
so I
upside
just-
down and you'll see.
That's the
little
same one I
clue.
did,
Check
too.
your guesses.
Mom becomes wow or wow becomes mom.
I have that
Yeah,
one.
but that's
But that's not the
right.
same.
Mom
No.
is the same. Mom is mom.
But not if you turn it upside down.
No.
That's just
Upside
front to
down
back
mom
and back
is
to
wow.
front. You got one, Hector?
Oh, you, don't have that one, Hector? Here you go. Sorry. Pop, no. Pop. The P is not
The
one
P
of
would
the
be
letters
backwards.
that go upside down.
Oh, what goes upside down? What letters? O.
O, definitely. H.
Oh,
Oh. No, it won't be O.
Ho.
It'll be oh ho. Oh ho is good. S actually is one that's the same upside down and right side up. I,
Oh, it is.
of course, is.
SHIT.
And H.
T is not good upside down. but
Uh-oh,
SH
David's here for this.
That would be backwards.
You know, you could have made this easy. You know
I
that,
could
right?
have made
You
this.
got one, Teddy?
This one's a little tricky. Which one? K. Mm-mm.
How do you get K? How do you...
We got,
No, W flips to M. We
W
did
flips,
that one.
flips
Okay.
to M.
W flips to M, but you can use W and M and have it work.
Upside down.
Yes. Start with M.
Yeah, but it won't be the same word.
Yeah, it will.
Start with
M.
M.
And then the middle letter O.
Mow your yard.
Mow.
Mow your yard.
Nice. Okay, we got
Mo,
one.
Upside down
X.
and right side. X is another good one.
EX?
Right?
E isn't. E's backwards. I tried that.
No.
EX doesn't
Alright.
work.
E is not good upside
No,
down.
so how did you get X?
X
X.
is good
X is
upside
same.
down.
X
But
is
X
the
ain't a
same.
word?
And H?
It's
No.
not a 3-letter word?
No.
Oh, you
it's
mean
not.
it works.
It's not.
Okay, so then you need a 4-letter word that
Socks,
does that
but then
also?
X would come back.
SOX.
SOS.
SOS?
Which one?
C
C?
is backwards.
No.
Uh-uh.
No, it doesn't
N.
work.
SOS.
Try N.
Like in Nancy?
SOS is good.
SOS.
Very good. SOS.
That's yours, Fred.
Or
I'm going to give you credit for that one.
SIS
No,
is
yeah.
another
Oh,
one.
sis, yeah.
Sis. S-I-S.
Sis? Well, these
Yeah.
are all 3 letters. You
These
want a
are all 3
4-letter.
And you want a
letters. I
4-letter
want a
also?
4-letter and a 5.
Forget about the 5. Hippopotamus.
Snuffleupagus, so we keep going.
Listen, if you want...
Esophagus. Very good.
Nice, Teddy. Noon.
Noon.
Oh, yeah, that's a
well
good one.
done.
No wonder
That's
when
a
you got
good
an A in school for
4-letter.
learning this.
But
Stacy
the
says sis.
5-letter one is the hard one.
What?
Level.
Level.
L-E-V-E-L?
L's don't go upside down.
Evel.
It comes up as a 7.
What about Evel?
Evel?
Yeah.
No.
It's Spanish for,
Shovel?
hey, how you doing?
Shuffle.
Shove?
Shovel?
What about shove?
No, V
S-H-
doesn't go upside
If you
down.
want more of this entertainment,
doesn't.
You
call
can contact
Judy.
Judy at Brain
Yeah, if you
Entertaining.
want the answer. I'll give you a little clue. It is exercise. We can do it a lot here in Florida because we've got pools.
Swim.
Swims.
Swim.
Swims is a 5-letter word.
Swims.
It is upside down and right side up.
Swims. SWIMS.
Okay.
Holy smokes, it does work.
It does.
This is scary stuff.
Cool.
You can call Judy at 515-999-5839.
Yes. Okay.
So, that
So,
clock?
Clock?
clock, I don't think so.
C-L-O-C-K.
Turn it
Write
upside
out
down.
and turn it upside down
Let's
and
see.
see if it works.
The K to...
C-L-O-C.
Oh, no.
No, it
Okay.
doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Okay, so I want to talk to you.
Nice try.
We're going to
That's
talk
a-
about...
that's true.
Yeah. I want
Except
you
for
to
the
talk
K.
about coding.
The K won't
Because
flip.
coding is fun, and I don't know if you, when you were kids, if you ever tried doing like Pig Latin or something when you were speaking in codes with people. I had a friend in England who, during World War II, used to go out to a place in west of London called Bletchley Park. It was in Buckinghamshire, which is a county outside London. And women would go there every day to work, and they were sworn to secrecy about what they did because they were cracking codes that they got from the Germans, and this was the Allies trying to break the German codes. And so my friend Dolly was one of those, and she was sworn to secrecy and never told anyone until she was well into her 70s what she had been doing every
Wow.
day when she went out during the war. There was a saying called loose lips sink ships.
Yeah.
And so they were not allowed to say anything. So I like coding, and I like especially doing numbers to letters. So if you want to take a look at one of these bigger sheets that I have for you, we'll do flag and iron. You don't have it? These
have a
are
small
golfing words, but you don't really have to know that much about golf in order to figure out what the words are. I've got the code that FLAG equals 1, 2, 3, 4. So everywhere you see those numbers in the word, you just have to fill in the correct letter.
Freddie, can you pass the aspirin, please?
I'll show you. I don't know if we can get this on the screen, but this is the puzzle that we're doing. And flag is 1, 2, 3, 4. Iron is 5, 6, 7, 8. So
My
you get
goodness.
to the first word, and excuse me, we have 4, 6, 9, 9, 8. I haven't given you a 9.
We don't have a
Right.
9.
I know. So
Oh,
you've
I
got
got
to
it.
figure out what 9 is.
9 is E.
E.
So it's
Exactly.
green.
So every time you see the 9, you know it's E. Every time
got
you
it.
see the 6,
We got
Even
it.
on the right page.
We got it.
you're on the wrong puzzle.
We got green. We got an eagle.
That's right. So as you go along, you will be able to figure out more of these letters
So,
because you'll
we
figure
got a
out
hole.
what the word is.
A,
Yes,
B, C,
ma'am.
D, E, F.
How do you like this, Freddie?
I don't.
You don't like this one? Freddie, you should be good with this. You're good with
What is the
numbers
9
and
again?
letters.
9 is an
Is
E.
10 K?
9 is an E.
10 is an H.
10 is an H.
A hole.
Yes.
10 is
Because-
an H. How?
right.
So
How?
I got green for the
7
first one.
is
So again,
O, 2 is
Green.
L, and 9 is E. So
3 is an
O-L-E, what could that be? if
A-L-L.
it's golf.
Ball. So
Oh,
11
you're
is
just
a
doing
B.
the. Got it. Yep.
Got it.
B-I.
Got
So
it.
R.
then
gotta be a D.
you get to 11.
But this is so much fun. It's a B.
That's right.
I know, I'm sick that I think, I think this is fun.
And you do well at it because you think it's fun. If you're taking aspirins the whole time before you do it, you're going to confuse yourself.
How do you figure out 14, 13?
You just keep plugging in the numbers and figuring
putting
it
in
in.
the
Figure out the word.
E, D.
I.
Let's see what a 4
Oh,
is,
I
Freddie.
think I got the. Oh no, I don't.
How are you
Oh,
doing?
there you
How's
go.
everybody
Let's see what a 1 is.
doing?
We're good.
You're doing well.
Stuck on 13 and 14.
13,
Stuck on
13 is
13
a
and 14.
W.
I got third. I got.
Yeah. It helps to know a bit about golf.
So the last one's fairway.
The last one is fairway, and that'll give you a whole lot of letters.
Did you get it?
Okay?
Got him.
Got 'em. Green, eagle, hole, ball, birdie, wood, wedge, and fairway.
Wedge. I did not get
There you
wedge.
go.
Okay, well done, Dawn.
Thank you.
Good girl. Okay, I have another one like that just for Freddie.
Freddie's eating a muffin.
Did you see the one about the gardening theme? Okay, here we go. A little different theme, different code, because
How
on
is this?
this one, 1, 2, 3 is H-O-E for a hoe, and 4, 5, 6, 1 is path.
Okay.
So now you got to use this
Freddie, you want
code.
help?
No.
You're good?
You should be good on
P,
this.
E,
Mm-hmm.
A.
Yes, the first one has all the letters, and so does the second one. It's the third one that you get to that has a 7.
What's a peat?
Peat is stuff that's
Like
in
moss.
the grass. It's
Oh, okay.
like, it's like
Oh, peat moss.
mulchy
Moss.
stuff.
P-O. T.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
Got it?
I got
Potato.
7.
Potato, you
There you
got
go,
it.
Freddie.
Well done, Freddie. Now you got to get 7.
See what 7 is.
You want
And
me
we're
to tell
very
you?
quiet here.
I did get 7.
She got 7 already. Did you get 7?
What do you think 7 is, Hector?
Uh-huh. 7 is L.
Now, how did you figure that out?
Because you know that you have a
PETA.
PETA.
What word would that be?
So I gotta know the word?
Yeah.
Oh,
For
forget
gardening.
it. Forget it.
All right, go
I
to
knew
number,
the word. I wouldn't have to learn this stupid thing.
go to number 4, Freddie. Go to number 4. It's easier to figure out the 7 from
Do you
that.
know that I have
A-
a migraine right now?
You have APP and then a blank, which is number 7, and then you know that
PP,
the
what did you-
E3 is E.
That's
So
actually sort of fun.
APP.
L. What's the word?
It is fun, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Yeah, that's
you
sort
go.
of fun.
Yeah.
There you go. I want to know the L because I gotta know it's pedal.
Well, now you know the L.
Yeah, look at number 4, and number 4 has apple, so that's an L. But then you got an 8 coming up.
They say la madre.
Yeah, see, that's the kicker. You can keep getting different
So
numbers.
it's a
And you
fruit.
make
I'll give you a
these up?
hint.
Yeah.
Get away from me.
Oh my gosh, you're
P-
good.
I
E-
Don't say nothing.
A.
Wait a minute. Wait till I
love
get
You
there.
making
figure it out.
puzzles. I do
Yeah,
custom
puzzles.
Teddy, how you
puzzles
doing
as
over there?
well,
Tiffany, how you doing?
Where I can do word search
You have to do me a
puzzles.
fire one.
I would love to.
Do me a
I
fire one.
You're on
definitely
7?
will. I've done them for the cafe also. We've
I
done
got
some
number
puzzles.
8. It's a
You got
C.
8 is a C. Good.
Peach.
Right. Peach.
Peach.
Yes. You know how I got that?
And you
Honey.
confirm it.
Because I jumped in your paper. I cheated. You know
That's how Freddie gets it. Hey,
that's
come on, because this is fun.
Hey, this is fun. You're not having fun?
No, it's a frustrating.
Why? I'll help
Because
you.
you're too freaking fast. You ever thought about slowing
It's
it down?
not
I am.
competition.
P-A-T. What do you think the 8 is? A patch.
Yes.
I'm gonna go.
So what's going to be 9? What do you think? Let's do
nine
what
is
our
gotta
1
be-
is.
9's got to be an S.
So it's an
Very
H.
Good, Elena.
Look at
2.
Elena
2.
flying.
She's
Yeah.
good.
H22.
H. I put a 2 down, but it's not a 2. H0. H-O.
Yeah.
H-O-O. What's the 6?
Ooh, I don't know a 0.
T.
Okay, so let me just work around it.
Yeah, you can work around if you don't know what one of the numbers is. Work around it, fill in the others.
T.
And you
0.
should be
0.
able to
What was
get
7?
it.
7
3.
was L.
Ah, I did it backwards.
So 9 is going to be S. So we got shoots, we got tools,
Uh-huh.
we got E. What'd you get,
Done
Hector?
deal?
Ah,
Yeah, that one's roses.
I got 0.
Oh, so R. So 0 is R.
Yes.
O-S.
Yeah.
Nice job, Hector.
If you want to do more of these at home, just honka to Judy at 561-542-7830.
0.
That is
Come on in
fun.
when she's on the deal and come on
Yeah.
down and do
These
that.
are fun. Because the last one that you're holding up, by the way, I'll give you the answers on this one. You've got most of them. It's
Now the-
peat and petal.
Heat, potato.
Peat, potato, petal, apple, peach, patch, shoots, tools, earth, and roses.
Now, do you put all that together to come out with a sentence? Is
You
that the way it
could.
works?
Why don't you
That's
try
what I
that?
It's all just it's all to do with the category. If you know the category, it's easier.
A lot of fruits.
Yes.
So you
Fruits
could
and
put
veg.
you could put like a secret clause that you have to figure out, and then you have to put this thing in a sentence.
That's what I do when I create the word searches. I put in messages that you have to
You
figure
do
out.
that?
I do that.
Do you
Custom puzzles.
Leave messages for your husband throughout the house. Where's dinner?
I have to
Solve
tell
it.
you something. He has been reluctant to do all these.
Of course he
you
has.
know, because he says, "Oh, I work my brain. I do other things. I do it." And since he's been doing this, the other night he was watching Wheel of Fortune, and he said, "Boy, you know, I was so good tonight. I got the answers well before
Really?
anybody else." I said, "Oh, I wonder what you've been doing that might be contributing." So it does help. I've seen it firsthand, and I see it in my classes and my groups that I present to.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Exercising your
When you
brain.
do mental exercise, whatever type you do, whether it's word games or logic puzzles or Sudoku, which is a logic game, any of these things work your brain in different ways. And that's why I like coding, because it's something that we don't generally do,
Right.
but your brain likes novelty. So this last one, crack the code for October. This is a little tricky because you have to look at the relationships between the months and how they are related. Look at spelling, look at the order, look at the chronology, and see if you can figure out what the code for October is.
I mean the number code.
The number code. Here we know that January is 1017, February is 628, March 1335, April is just 145.
January, February, March, April, May, June.
Yeah, let's
August.
see what
so
you
there's
see.
going to be an 8 involved here because I noticed that you have every month has a number.
Every month has a number.
Like August 8. August is number 8, right? September's number
Yes.
9. So, so
Okay.
there's an 8 involved somehow.
Well, you've got the 8 for August and 9 for September. What would 10 be if you're looking at that pattern?
No, 10 is the pattern. 10 is the pattern. Oh, so the number 10 is involved in here.
10 is involved for October.
October. So there's a 10 somewhere in here.
There's a 10 in January, there's a 10 in June, and there's a 10 in July.
So those are 10s, not 1 and 0.
Exactly.
Okay.
And March and May have 13s.
So it's 1013.
And April and August have a 1.
Hector, we're relying on you. Tiffany,
Hector, figure this thing out so we
Captain,
can look intelligent.
Captain, you're the engineer.
My friend's 10-year-old did this just a little while
13
ago.
minus 10 is 3.
Year-old?
The 10-year-old did
well.
this.
So I'm going to
good.
go 10, 3,
Yay, Samantha.
13.
And while we're doing this,
13 minus 10.
The thing is, if you look down the line,
This-
it's kind of an
The second to the last.
oh man, Hector, you're good.
See that? Yeah.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Look, Hector, see this.
7,
1,
8,
2,
9.
3,
I saw
4.
that.
So
Wow.
how does that relate to the months?
October, well,
Go
September's
in
the
order.
9th month.
And October
October's the
is
10th.
10th month. So
10th
10
month.
goes in the
So
middle.
in that place, exactly right. 10 goes in
the
the
middle.
third and fourth digit
Oh.
of the number.
I got that.
Now, January, June, and July all start with 10.
Because
what
of the
relates
letter-
those to the letter J,
The-
right?
They start with J, right?
Okay, so why is 10 significant to the letter J and 1 significant to April and August?
Because that number's in, it correlates with the,
1, 0.
well, J is 1. J is 10 because it's the 10th letter in the alphabet.
There you
So
go.
what's October? What's O as far as the
There
letter of the
you
alphabet?
go. So
Ah.
the first number is the position
Does that make
of
sense?
the letter in the alphabet.
Well, you are one scary boy. I gotta tell you.
She gets it.
So what's
I
get to
love
them.
what's
that.
O? What number in the
Use
alphabet is
2
O?
hands.
B, C, D, E, F,
Yes.
G, H,
It's
I.
So we started with
15.
15,
So it's 15,
15,
10.
10, and it ends in, because the R is a 9. Nice
Nope.
job, Captain, yes? No?
Nope. Last number is not 9. The last number relates to the month, but January is 7, February is 8, March is 5, May is only 3.
How many letters are in the month?
Well
How
done.
many letters are
How
in the
many letters in the
1, 2, 3,
spelling
4,
of
5,
the
6,
month?
7.
So crack the code.
Fif-
And you've got the
15107. And again, this segment brought to you by MobiPop. To find our MobiPop, text 55312. The message is cafe. Judy Herman, thank you so much.
My great pleasure.
What is your phone number for people to contact you?
561-542-7830. And I'd love to hear from you. And if anybody wants custom puzzles created with your own sayings or names or messages, Elena, I'm happy to do that for you. I can do word search. I can do anagram games. I could even try doing a code for you.
I think we should put one in our Gazette for maybe breast cancer awareness. We can do one for
Sure.
October's Gazette, Judy, because
Sure.
we're going to
Just
roll.
get me the words and I'll make you a puzzle.
We're going to get them from David and Doc coming right up. Stay tuned for our next
I'm
hour.
going to tell you something. When I'm in front of 20, 30,000 people in the stadium,
Yes.
I'm going to open my show with one of these. And the winner can come and sit on stage with us. Because in 20 or 30,000, I want to see how many get this.
Yes.
There you have it.
I do that in my presentations and they win one of my collections.
I
So
can
there you
imagine
go.
that.
There
Stay
you go.
tuned. We're going to switch over 95.3 FM, boom, 1470 AM. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Actually, we're switching the radio, 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee. And it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with the PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Nick. I'm at Hey Mr. DJ Courtesy Limo. I service all of South Florida. We offer really great services. We offer DJ and limo service. When you book the DJ service through us, you get the courtesy limo for the entire day. My office number is 561-507-4376. Mention Yelp or Google, you get 15% additional savings. You can look me up on Yelp or Google on the Hey Mr. DJ.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
We're back. Part 2, minus 3 plus 4. Judy Herman has me all confused. My brain is going to explode.
We did some brain entertaining in our last hour.
She is a brilliant woman.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing. I can imagine, and we're going to meet her husband tonight. He's going to be here at the event. And I spoke to him, and he says it's really been a very colorful journey. Them being married such a long time. Because her mind never stops. It's always working.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? That coding was kind of fun.
No, it's fun for you because you figured it out.
That's why this segment is brought to you by Moby Pop. So we're going to go right from your cell phone. Start a new text message. There you go. Number is 55321. That's going into your text. The message is CAFE, C-A-F-E, and that will give you a link, and that will populate, because again, this show brought to you by the letter P. The Brooklyn Cafe Show, all of our information on how to be on our show, our coffee, our sponsors, how to get in touch with us, and how to watch us. Soon everyone that has this is going to be notified when we go live. We are growing the platform.
I got to remember the number, 55312.
No, 321. 312, yes. Stop it. 55312. Now you confuse me.
Yeah, that's why. Did you say hello to Mr. Joe?
How you doing, Joe? Happy Friday, Joe. Happy Friday, Jody and Mr. Bob and everyone at WNN. It has been a great week.
Is Joe there?
I don't know. He's running Norm's board.
Oh.
He's got us on. He's running Norm's board. So it's all good. We keep Joe busy. So happy Friday, everyone. To get our Moby Pop and to get your business Moby Popping, your digital marketing card, 55312, and text CAFE, C-A-F-E. More coming with that. Mm-hmm. Tonight we are here at the heart of Delray Gallery. It is a sold-out event, opening season, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. It is a sip and spirits, wine tasting and spirits.
And spirits too?
I guess we're getting ready for Halloween. No, I think it's whiskey.
What is
spirits.
Isn't spirits like
whiskey?
Booze or
yeah. So wine and whiskey.
Right.
Wine and whiskey.
Right.
Wine and Whiskey Friday.
Right.
But it's a sold-out event. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're coming up and you've RSVP'd, pop on into Studio A and say hi to us while we're here. And tomorrow, where are we?
We're going to be at the baseball field.
Doing what?
We're going to be filming the grand opening day for the
Miracle League of Palm Beach County.
Judy has me all messed up. All I see is numbers.
Miracle League of Palm Beach County.
Miracle League,
opening day of the fall season. 120 special needs children coming out to play baseball or be a cheerleader. Children plus their families, plus parents, plus sponsors. It's opening day. Everyone makes a home run. All the opening ceremonies, everyone will be on the field. We will be there. It starts at 1. I think ceremonies start at 2. There's a concession stand, so come on out, support these kids, and just, give them a hand. What they and their families are doing, what Miracle League has put together to give them a normalizing experience as family and children is truly remarkable.
I've never been there. You were there last year, so was Dylan.
I tell you, get that waterproof mascara ready.
I will bring my waterproof mascara.
Bring your waterproof mascara. We're good to go tomorrow.
I've been thinking about tonight. We have Momentum Mindset here.
Correct.
And that's what I was thinking about, that you're going to invite people to come, because that's from 5 to 6, right before the event.
Doors are open.
Come on down and check it out. Come and have a cup of coffee with me.
One of our spectacular shows that we produce for WNN on Fridays at 5 o'clock, Jay and Janine of the Farrell Law Firm. I love all the shows we produce, but I really love Fridays because it gets you thinking about the week, whether it was good or bad. They are authentically who they are. Talk about speaking their truth.
Yes.
They speak their truth. We have a manifestation room on the other side. You'll see David and Dr. Real when you get up and move from the set. We're manifesting on paper towels. Some more to come with that. If you're in the area, come up at 5 o'clock and have a seat for the Momentum Mindset
Have a
show.
little fun. Come on down, have a little fun. And you can also participate in the show. They have open mics when you come down here. All the shows we do from the Heart of Delray Art Gallery have open mics. You can participate, ask questions. So, Doc, they may call up to ask a question.
And also in the last hour, we had Austin's fire chiefs on. A very
Nice
moving
lady.
story. A lady who is really spreading the message. She lost her son, Austin, when he was 9 years old to a fire, a house fire. Whether he went back in to save the cat or he didn't make it out, they're a little unsure. But it's really about getting a plan, being prepared, knowing where you're going to meet your family, and everything. You can download the information. They are doing presentations to schools, to communities, to scout troops to get the information out, whether you need a ladder, keep your shutters off your windows. You can get all of that information at Austin's, with an S, plan.org. Teach what to do before you stop, drop, and roll. Nice lady, right?
Nice lady. Nice segment. That was a nice piece. I want to thank, it was...
Stacy Katz from Our Two Sons.
I wanna thank her
Pass
for-
that forward, one of our producers. Talk about teamwork. This was a true production teamwork.
That was
Everyone's
really
doing
cool.
a really great job.
Very nice. All right.
Ready to kick off Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
That started in October? It
Pretty
did.
much this week.
It did. And we have an old friend here, David DePino, who I've known now. David, I know you, 5 years?
A good 5 years. Hello, South Florida and beyond.
There you go. That's how he opens every show, on Tuesday nights.
Well, welcome, David. David sent us an email about Dr. Rial from Tenet Florida Physician Services about breast cancer awareness, and we reached out to you yesterday. So thank you, doctor, for coming on such last minute, right?
Short notice.
Short notice.
Get as close as you can to that microphone. Don't worry about talking to us. But thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And
It's a
David, I want
pleasure
to
to
thank
be
you for
here.
bringing this up. I didn't know that it was even cancer.
Breast Cancer Awareness
I didn't know
October.
that. I didn't know that.
Wear pink.
So welcome.
Thank you.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So breast cancer is a very common disease, and really, there's a lot of risk factors, but everyone is at risk, particularly women, but it can affect men also.
And you made an announcement about Beyonce's husband or something?
Father.
Father?
David, you put it out in the press release you sent us.
Yeah, I had read it, and I found it interesting because, there are men that do develop breast cancer as well, but it also brings awareness to, helping out women, as well, just talking about it in general. So that was kind of my pitch. I knew a restaurant owner in Delray when I was a chef who actually, a man who had breast cancer, so I'd seen it firsthand, and they caught it quickly, and it was taken care of. So just like, I'm sure Dr. Real is going to go into that. If you catch it quickly, there's a better chance of survival. So that was my pitch, and thank you for having us.
But for men, and I'm going to ask because I don't know, women, we go for routine mammograms from a certain age, every year, every other year, whatever is recommended. We go through ultrasounds. We go through a lot of testing. Men don't typically go through this preventive
Right,
screening.
and Dawn, since breast cancer is so rare in men, it's really not something that we screen men for, but it's just important for men to be aware. Just like if you notice a lump anywhere on your body, you would get it checked, but to be aware that it could be a cancer if it's in your breast. And there's over 250,000 cases of breast cancer diagnosed in this country in this year, and about close to 3,000 of those cases are men. So once a man is diagnosed, there's a higher chance that in the family, that family may be carrying a gene that could put even the females at risk. So it's important for men with breast cancer to get genetic testing to see if they have a gene that that they could have potentially passed down to any of their children.
Would that be the same BRCA gene that they look for in women, or is it a different
Yes.
genetic? It's the same
Yes.
gene. And that's what we talked about with Jennifer Huertas when she was on. Where there's a screening, a cheek swab screening that they're now
Yes.
doing.
And the thing about genetic testing is not, it can be somewhat easy to get genetic testing, but it's important to understand the context of the testing, and the way you do that is to see a genetic counselor before you get the testing. Because sometimes if families have a very strong history of breast cancer in every generation, and someone in the family with breast cancer has been tested negative for the gene, that doesn't mean that the rest of the family is not at high risk. So sometimes people misinterpret the results if they just go out and get the testing on their own.
And are there other cancers that are linked genetically with breast cancer?
Yes, ovarian cancer is a big one. So, you know, it's not as common as breast cancer, but it's very deadly. And so if anyone in your family has had ovarian cancer, that's kind of a red flag that there might be a hereditary gene mutation in the family.
And what about for men? Is it
prostate?
Is prostate cancer? Because I had a friend whose father had prostate cancer, uncle had prostate cancer, all the men. The women didn't, but when the girls got tested, they tested positive for the gene, and some of the siblings opted for the mastectomy, some didn't. One of the sons didn't get tested, and he ended up having some sort of cancer.
Yes, it can be very complicated when you have, you know, some family members are very proactive and they want to know everything they can know, and other people just, they don't want to know.
So if a male tests positive for the gene, but doesn't have it yet, is it the word yet, or is there a preventive? What can you do? I mean, what do you do?
So if a male tests positive for the gene, but maybe they got testing because of a family member had a cancer diagnosis, then we follow those patients just with physical exam. So we would see them every 6 months and just do a physical exam. We don't use mammogram in men for screening. We do use mammogram if there's a finding present, but because, you know, the breast tissue is smaller, and because even men with the gene, their risk is not as high to get breast cancer as women with the gene.
So there is a preventive. You got to keep checking and checking.
Being aware,
yes. Being aware. Women do it as well.
But you can still develop breast cancer and be BRCA negative. You could not have the gene and still have cancer.
In fact, majority of all breast cancers are just random events. It's a very small percentage.
Do we have any idea as to why it occurs? Is it where we live? Is it what we eat? Is it a combination of all that stuff?
We don't know what causes breast cancer, but it's likely a combination of, you know, our modern age and of our environment, the foods we eat, could be the paint in the walls, you know, it's just multifactorial, and then our genetics do play a role also. And the key thing is, because it's such a common disease, and to be honest, most of the patients that I see are not high risk. Most people that I see, they're wondering, why did this happen? And I see it happen all day long, and that's why it's just important to really lead a healthy lifestyle and keep, and the best way to do that is keeping your immune system very strong, working up a sweat several times a week, eating vegetables, and managing stress.
Gosh, that's a big one.
Right, and that's the hardest for people, because none of us can avoid stress in our lives, but you have to find a way, whatever works for you, to manage it.
It's a lot going on. And people can find you, where is your office, your hospital you're located with?
My office is it's in the building right next to Good Sam, called Victor Ferris.
So you're up in Palm Beach?
Yes, in West Palm Beach.
And you're a breast surgeon, so you're not an OBGYN.
No.
You're not doing your screenings.
No, so I was trained in general surgery, and I did general surgery in the Army for several years. And when I got out of the Army, I wanted to have a niche within general surgery. So I went back and did additional training in just breast cancer surgery. So now that's all I do is breast.
And we have another female veteran with us. We've got Captain Tiffany Kennedy, who runs our board and a lot of our outreach. Tiffany, I'm telling you, it keeps coming back to female veterans this month, right? September, October, this seems to be so pertinent in your wheelhouse on everything that comes forward.
Thanks. I was just thinking about, we did a joint exercise with the Army. We notionalized Indianapolis, Indiana, got struck with a 10 megaton nuclear weapon. But my equivalent would be PrevMed, preventative
Okay.
medicine.
Yes.
So we reported in, the Air Force reported in through the Army, who was the lead on the Joint Task Force.
You ever notice how people in the military have their own language? She's saying yes, she hasn't even finished the sentence. They understand each other.
They keep our water clean.
That's true.
Let me ask you, for women in the military, what type of screening tools and what's being offered for them?
Is there anything being offered?
Is it
Oh,
a
yes.
screening?
Yes. I mean, well, really the key thing is being aware, and then at age 40, you start screening with mammograms every year.
Your mammograms, and they send you for everything else. They send you for the
Right.
ultrasound, which I think should just be the general screening because they're going to send you for the ultrasound anyway. But that's a whole nother insurance issue, though. That's a whole nother conversation.
Let's keep insurance out of that conversation for a little bit. There are different screenings because you've brought in people who do all sorts of heat screening now. There's all sorts of
We've
things.
done thermography.
You
We've
name
had
it, and it's been through here.
Yep.
Right? My mother, when may she rest in peace, was diagnosed, and I flew out of here right after the show, and I went to Puerto Rico, and I called the specialist in West Palm, and I read what it said, and she was a 0. I didn't even know there was a 0. I said, what do you mean she's a 0? It says, Freddie, she's going to be fine. They're just going to remove what needs to be removed, and she'll be fine. That's not what she died of, but
Did
they
they?
got it. Yeah, they removed some.
So what, did she have a lump?
I don't know.
That stage 0 breast cancer, it's non-invasive, so there's cancer cells
That's what they-
within the ducts, but they haven't eaten their way into the surrounding tissue, so the potential for spread is close to 0.
And they removed them.
Yes.
And then
So
they
that's
do
a
the
very
test.
early form of breast cancer that's treatable and curable with surgery.
Yes, and somebody misunderstood what the doctor had said, and I ran out of here because they said she was stage 4, so I was losing my mind. I went to Puerto Rico without packing a bag. I just got on the plane and left. I mean, I just left. I ran down and I said, okay, they're going to see the doctor, let's go. And we went to see the doctor, and I got the reports, and I called the doctors here. And for the first 24 hours, I could breathe again because somebody understood what it is that's going on. There's so much misinformation that goes on. And then people panic.
Yes. No, I'm sure your mom was glad to have you there, but there's so many. It's very complex with breast cancer. There's a spectrum of disease from very low, not aggressive, to very aggressive breast cancer, and every person is different. So the treatment is often very specific to that person's type of cancer and that person's general health.
Yes, and she was a diabetic and yada yada. And it got a little complicated there, but she was fine. She came out of the surgery fine. You take that pill for 5 years, and another one you take forever. Remember that? Make
She
sure
has to
she
do
took
all
it.
of that, the tamoxifen and everything.
And now my cousin has, Juji has the male form of cancer in
Prostate?
Yeah. And
Is
he
that
was
your
just-
mom's side or your dad's side?
That's on my dad's
So
side.
you have
my
it on
cousin.
both sides. You may want to think about that genetic test.
Well, my father never had it. My uncle didn't have it either. Juji has it. We don't understand where it came from, but you know they're doing what they have to do. They operated him in New York a couple of months ago, and he's fine.
Well, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, let's explore this. You've
No,
got
we
it
don't
on.
need to
You've
explore
got it
this.
on both sides. I
No,
want to
no,
ask
no,
the
no,
doctor
no,
what her
no,
recommendation
no.
on some testing might be
No,
for you.
I knew I should have put my
Yeah, you probably should have, or you can just put the other foot in. We're going to go to commercial break. 888-565-1470. It's a good conversation to have, though, Freddie.
Where are you?
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today. 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Farrow Law Firm, standing up to corporate bullies, using innovative, aggressive, and effective strategies to resolve disputes effectively and timely. Contact us at 954-252-9818, online at farrowlawfirm.com, and on Facebook at Farrow Law Firm. We look forward to being of service to you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back. What a week it's been.
I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted? We got a long night ahead of us.
What's happening tonight?
Tonight we're here at the Heart of Delray Gallery for a sipping wine tasting and spirit sipping, and a spectacular singer that you're going to laugh. But one of the perks to booking the singer tonight is us.
We have to interview her.
No, the fact that they actually, that was the turning pivotal point to get her to come here.
What was the pivotal point?
That was the pivotal point, was to interview her to get her on WNN. She came to the gallery for a tactile, I guess, tour. She's blind. And she came in the other day for a tour, and she sat down at the piano and started singing. And just truly, from they tell me, that is what I've heard. I heard she can sing like an angel. So I'm looking forward to meeting her and interviewing her. So that'll be tonight. We're going to do that around 6:30.
Did you get the memo?
Probably not.
There's a bar going to be set up right away.
I did get that memo. I'm excited about that too.
That means there's going to be a lot of mucha gente in here.
That's what I'm excited about. A lot of people coming in to do some wine tasting and spirit. I'm not a big spirit person, but we'll see how it goes.
Yes, you are. You say you like people holding scotch or something.
Yeah, I do think that's a little sexy.
I like the ones that's make. You ever remember the glasses that were make believe and there was nothing in it, but it had the scotch in it, and you sort of moved it around?
You think James Bond actually really drank on?
No.
You think it was just fake?
Yeah.
The ice and everything, the way the ice hits the glass.
Everything. And the ice was fake because you can't have ice
it'll
on
melt.
the set and melt. Yeah.
We so digress.
Well, you know, I learned all that from Mr. David DePino.
Oh, we're here with David DePino from Tennant Physician Services and Dr. Rial, breast surgeon from Good Sam for the Tennant Florida Physician Services.
And she's spanking brand new.
Back to South Florida. She's
to
not
Tennant,
new. You did your training through where? We were just talking about as a female military training, med school.
Yes, I went to the military medical school in Bethesda, Maryland. And then I did my internship in San Antonio, Texas at the big Army hospital there. And then my surgery residency in Hawaii at the big Army hospital there. And then I was all over the world.
That's amazing. What's it like, and how do you choose to go to med school through the military? Were you already in the military when you decided to go to medical school, or was that one of the defining?
No, actually, my mom saw an article in Parade magazine, and she said, hey, you can get your medical school paid for by the military. And so I had no idea what I was signing up for at the time, and then I signed on the dotted line when I was, I think, 21, and I got out of the Army when I was 38.
You were a lifer.
Thanks, Mom, for that Parade magazine article. Is what you're saying?
No, it was it was really good training and a great experience.
You went to med school in Bethesda, and then you have to give time back.
Yes, after medical school and internship and residency, then I served as a general surgeon in the Army for 7 years.
Wow.
Stateside?
Yes. Well, my first assignment was in Germany, and then I spent a year in Iraq, and then I came back to Germany for 2 years. Then I was in Tennessee for 5 years, and I went back to Iraq for several months while I was stationed in Tennessee. So I was all over. And then after I got out of the Army, I did my fellowship and then
Wow.
My husband got assigned to Savannah, Georgia, and that's where I have been for the last 6 years.
Full training. Wow.
Do you
Talk
have
about
children?
international training.
Yes.
How old?
Yes. They're so we have 5 children altogether.
Holy smoke!
From-
Okay.
Yes. The
Cinco.
older 2 are my stepkids that are age 16 and 20, and then we have a almost 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and 6-year-old.
Wow. Would you recommend they join the military? Would you, if they wanted to?
Yeah,
Really?
my stepson is in the Georgia National Guard. He's an infantryman.
Oh, he's already in.
Yes.
Busy lady. 2 tours in Iraq, Germany,
I'm
training,
exhausted.
Hawaii.
She's been all over the
5
freaking world.
children. But we're fortunate now to have her right here in our area. What's the step for people to get to you? You're not the first step.
Usually, so patients either come to me either through their GYN, if they have a breast concern, usually their GYN will send them, or the breast center at Good Sam. If somebody has an abnormality that needs a biopsy, they may send them to see me because I have an ultrasound in my office, and I do the ultrasound myself and the biopsies myself.
Everything from the office. I have to tell you, and I go down to Boca. One of the best things is that they give you your results right there. However, one of the most nerve-wracking things is sitting there waiting to get your results. And you're in a room full of women, and everyone is there for the same reason that you are. Some bring their kids, everyone's waiting, and they make it the best way possible. And everyone sits and they get their results. Or they go back for further testing, or something is told to you right
Has the
then.
exam changed? Because my mother used to tell me there was an exam that they did to her, and it used to squish her up. She hated it.
Yeah,
She says
a
it
lot
was
of people
painful.
don't like it, but the thing is that the reason for the squishing is the flatter the breast is, the less
Really?
radiation to go through.
So you want to squish it flat?
It can be uncomfortable,
Heck.
but it's not always.
It's not
it just
hor- it's
depends.
horrible.
I mean, for
Yeah.
some people, it's not bad.
Then I have a question. If
Yes.
they have implants, how do
Yes.
you...
You have to work around them. You have to, they do extra pictures of the breast.
Wow.
So they can see around the implant.
That could be... Oh, look who's in the house talking about...
Well,
the
since we're talking
implants.
about implants, and you're a breast surgeon, do you do implants as well for reconstruction?
No, I work with the plastic surgeon. So if I have a patient that needs reconstruction, I'll send them to see the plastic surgeon before their surgery. Then we work together. I'll do the initial mastectomy, and then the plastic surgeon does the reconstruction.
So you're not dealing with any of these recalls or anything. That's all through.
It's usually managed by the plastic surgeon, but I have obviously a lot of patients that have implants that are concerned about it.
And when you do the surgery, you have a game plan going in because you're going to be sending her to get reconstructed. Do you have a game plan, or does the game change because you're taking more and more samples and until they're clear?
No, usually I know actually all the time I know the procedure before. I wouldn't change to removing the whole breast without knowing that in advance.
It's a scary thing. And there are some people that I read in there that have them removed because they have the gene, and they remove the breast because they don't want it, because it could kill you.
Right.
Success rate more successful removing them and it's not there, or there's still a chance?
So when there are patients that are very high risk, there's different ways we have to manage the risk. One is just with increased surveillance with adding MRI every year to their mammogram. Another way is there's medications people can take, like tamoxifen you mentioned, that will decrease their chance of getting breast cancer. And then at the extreme end of the spectrum is surgery to remove both the breast and reconstruct. And the important thing is that even if you remove both your breasts, it lowers your risk. That's how you lower your risk the most, but it's not 100%. It's over 90, but not 100%, because it's impossible to remove every single last breast cell. So it's still possible to get a breast cancer.
You're trying to get it
but
as close
your
as
risk is very low.
It makes it a little more manageable. Is there a protocol when people come in with different presentations in different stages of what gets removed, whether it's in the duct, the DCIS, or?
So for anyone with an invasive breast cancer, we also sample lymph nodes. If it's just DCIS, we don't. And then, there's a lot of options with the reconstruction and the surgery, and some patients we're able to save their nipples. Some patients we can if the cancer's too close to the nipple. And, honestly, plastic surgeon, nipple reconstruction is amazing. They can recreate what looks like a real nipple.
I seen the create ears and everything now that look like real cells.
And the tattoo artists, I think, have done a tremendous.
Harder than a nipple.
I know, but I've seen it. It looks great. And then I want to flip the script here, because sometimes you have to be a rabbi, a priest, whatever you want to call it.
What are you in my head?
Yeah, because
a therapist.
A therapist. Thank you. Because the other side of midnight here is that if there's a male involved, a husband involved, and women have, things removed, there's a psychological thing. My mother, she was freaking out more about what my father was going to think about her than what she was having done. And I looked at her and I didn't think about that. And I said, Mom, don't worry about that. I'll sit down and talk to Dad. But it wasn't really my place. It should have been the doctor, correct?
Well, it's, I think the care of breast cancer is very multidisciplinary. It's not just, that there, and that's why I encourage my patients. So we have at Good Sam what's called the Sorry Center, where patients can go. There's counselors, there's integrative therapies where patients can get, just basically help managing the stress of a cancer diagnosis. Because there's so much to talk about with just the surgery alone. Then genetics is a whole nother discussion, and the treatment after. So I send all of my patients to get extra help.
It's multidisciplinary. I mean, so many things.
Military people, they're just like so calm. Here I am freaking out, and she's like,
I don't think it's military. I think it's being a doctor and knowing the different aspects of so many things, because it's not just being a surgeon going in and cutting and removing. Because sometimes it's not even removing, right? You can test positive and the patient says, you know what, I want a double mastectomy, and they don't have breast cancer, but it's preventative. And it's a whole nother level. So being a breast surgeon is more than just cutting. You're going in, you're giving the options, you're working with the geneticist, you're working with the therapist, you're working with counselors, family members, support groups.
Yeah, a lot of time patients come in and they say to me, because it's so complicated and there's so many different choices and shades of gray in breast cancer, and patients will say to me, what would you do if it was you? And the reality is I don't know, and it's very hard decisions. I don't think I could make that decision until I was actually really faced with it, but I can give my surgical bias because I see all the such a spectrum of outcome of how people do, and I've seen a huge variety of breast cancer affecting people of all ages. So, and typically my response is, my bias is to do the least amount of surgery necessary to take care of the problem, because the more surgery, the more complications. But the other thing is, when I meet with the patients, if it's my first time meeting them, it requires the patient to understand the options, and for them to be a little bit introspective too, and think, what can I live with? Which choice am I going to be able to live with? Because it's their body. They're the ones that will, go forward with what they choose.
Well, they rely on your guidance. You've done so many of
guidance.
These, and you've seen so many things that sometimes just asking the question makes them feel more comfortable, because obviously, you're the doctor and you're the one that is going to be doing what you're going to be doing, and you know how to do it. And the reason I say they're so level-headed is because that's why I would never be a doctor. I'll be screaming, oh my God, we got to do this. I'll be worse than the patient.
It's the science, but I think, and it's just my opinion, that once you make the decision to remove what needs to be removed, to keep it, not whatever that decision is, that weight of question comes off. And then you move forward with the treatment when going forward. It's that limbo of, I have a diagnosis, what do I do?
And
Am I going to live?
Hardest.
It's all of that.
That's the hardest part for people when they first come to see me, when we're still gathering information and making a plan for them. It's so, they're just so stressful, and it's hard to be patient, which you have to wait for different studies to happen or different appointments with different doctors. But once people start their actual treatment, if it's surgery, if it's chemotherapy, then it helps them to be at peace when they're moving forward with actually treating the cancer. And the other thing about breast cancer is it doesn't change overnight. So if I see a patient with breast cancer, there's time to You know, it didn't just show up today. It's been there probably for over a year. We just were able to detect it. So there's time to, you know, we have weeks if we need to. I mean, of course, I want to get everyone taken care of as soon as possible, but sometimes we need a couple weeks to get more information before we actually decide the treatment.
And a good Sam, and maybe David, I can address this to you. Is there a team approach, an interdisciplinary team, that when someone's diagnosed, it's not just go to the surgeon? Is there a team that comes together and sits down with the patient, with their family?
Yeah, I think she mentioned it before. There's an expert multidisciplinary team. So they're on staff there as well. And if I could just add, so I was saying before, Dr. Reel, we brought her in. She had like 15 cases the first week, so I just want to give her address out. Again, it's Tenet Florida Physician Services, 1411 North Flagler Drive, Suite 5000. It's in that Victor Ferris Medical Building, right next to, adjacent to Good Samaritan Medical Center. And she has her own website. It's so thank you for putting TenetFloridaPhysicianServices.com, but you can find her at drelenarehl.com. It's DRELENAREHL.com. Thank you.
And what about a phone number? The best
we
number?
have it up right there. I haven't memorized it, but it's 561-594-1850.
Now, you treated people in Georgia, and now you're treating people down here. You treated people all over the world. No?
Germany, Iraq.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask, is it viewed differently, like in Germany and Iraq and Georgia and Tennessee? Is the condition viewed differently among the people that you've met? Do they treat it differently? Urgent, not urgent?
You mean the patient?
The patients, yeah. Are people different all over the world on this deal?
No, I don't think so.
Pretty much the same?
Yes, I think it's the same. And we do have a comprehensive breast program at Good Samaritan. We have a tumor board. Every Wednesday morning we meet, we discuss cases with the surgeons, the medical oncologists, the radiation oncologist, the fellowship trained mammographer, and the genetic counselor. So we're all there working together.
So many survivors and so many good things that are being done in the community. There's walks, there's fundraising. And this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then I know we do things for Alzheimer's. But it's not just a month, it's not just a day. It's to bring awareness overall to the causes and the foundations and those survivors and their families. It's never just one. You're not just treating the patient. You've got a whole family, an extended family that is relying on the physicians to help their loved one pull through this, emotionally and physically.
And yes, what I would say is if you are someone that's really good about getting your mammogram, try to bring someone with you, because it's just such a hard thing for people to want to do. So try to always take someone with you so that it's easier for them.
Go with a buddy. How about that? How about we start a buddy program for your mammographies?
Good luck with
Tiffany's
that.
shaking her head, yes. When we come back, I want to talk to you, Tiffany, about what it's like through the VA program and Operation 120 and all of these female homeless vets. Are they getting screening? And is there options for them as well? Give us a call with any questions. You can always write in 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
What's with all the excitement? Join us at Game of Axes, Boynton Beach. The game is simple and learning to throw is fun and easy. For more information, search our website, gameofaxes.com, or call us at 561-617-0120. With the help of our talented axe masters, you will be hitting bullseyes in no time. Game of Axes is located at 12550 South Military Trail. Let's get throwing! Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with a PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. I gotta get a better bell.
You gotta get a cowbell.
I don't like
We
bells.
gotta get the
It's
one
the
from
worst.
Game of Axes for you. Even Joe says, "What's that bell?"
That was a big bell.
You didn't ask Joe the question of the day.
Joe, are you there, Joe? I haven't heard from him all week.
Joe, you there?
I actually didn't take notice.
David, our question every day is, what is Jody wearing?
What is Jody wearing at the radio station? What's she wearing today, Joe?
You didn't take notice.
Yes, he did. Of course he did. How can you not notice, Joe?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Oh, I hate to
I've
be
hardly talked to Jody today.
I hate to be you when she finds out that...
Joe did not take notice.
I'll tell you what she was wearing yesterday.
It's a fun Friday. A lot going on this week at the Brooklyn Cafe. Give us a call at the radio station for any questions, 888-565-1470. You can also contact Dr. Rial at 561-594-1850 through Tenant Florida Physician Services. I always forget the Florida in it, at a Good Sam Hospital. And Tiffany, I want to ask you, both of you as ex-military women, what's it like, and you work with Operation 120 in the female homeless veterans in Palm Beach County. Are there services offered for women that you know of, Tiffany?
At the VA Medical Center, screening annually.
Okay.
I just had my first one.
Your first one? How was it?
Flattening and awkward.
Well, good for you
But,
that you got it.
Yes.
I'm well. My sister had invasive breast cancer, and she's had a double mastectomy in 2015. So, and there's no history in our family ever of breast
And that's
cancer.
most of the patients I see when they come in, they really are not a high-risk patient. We are all at risk, and there's some risk factors we can control, some we can't, but it's important to focus on the risk factors you can control, the lifestyle things that we talked about.
Getting an exam, I guess, is the first step.
Being aware and...
You know how many people say, I don't want to do that?
Well, there's a lot. I have to tell you, though, in all honesty, and I hope my dentist does not get offended, I'd much prefer to go for mammography than get my teeth cleaned.
Really? I'm pretty sure he feels real good
Sorry.
about that.
Or my hygienist, because I think it's... People make so much hype that it hurts. You know what? There's a lot of things in life that are uncomfortable. Getting your teeth cleaned is a whole lot more uncomfortable, at least for me, than getting mammography. You know, you go in, it's once a year, you get screened, then they always send me for an ultrasound. Now we just book them both at the same day, because why do I need 2 weeks in between? So check with your doctor, make your schedule, go for your annual appointment, and if you have to have the ultrasound before, just ask your doctor when they're sending in the script if you can just do it, if that's what they're recommending again. So you can get it all done at once. And go with a buddy, right? As Dr. Real says, why go alone? If you feel uncomfortable, take your friend with you, schedule it. There's so many places that you can have it done that scheduling, there's a lot of open appointments. Everywhere, different hospitals, different digital screenings. They've got 3D now. What about insurance covering screenings?
Most insurances should cover your screening. So, and some you have to specifically ask for 3D, and that's important because 3D mammogram is the latest technology in mammography. So you want to make sure that you're getting that. Because if you're going through the trouble of getting a mammogram, you might as well get the latest technology.
And I've heard you can self-prescribe, I hate to say prescribe if you're doing it for yourself, a mammogram. No, maybe not the 3D.
I think it varies from place. For screening, maybe, and some places you may need an order for 3D. It just depends on the facility.
But just check with your doctor, but don't, as you always say, don't bury your head in the sand. Just do it. Get your baseline at whatever age is recommended for you. I know things change all the time through the GYN departments, but whenever your doctor says, get your screening, get your baseline. Tiffany, how often did they tell you to go back? Do you know?
And Julie, I was going to speak to, it depends on the female enrollment at the VA, but on October 17th is a Women's Advisory Quarterly meeting. Would you be interested in coming?
Sure. Yes.
So
sure.
It's October 17th, it's noon to 1, and it's on the 4th floor where the outpatient substance abuse is, but there's a conference room on the side, and it would be amazing to try to increase female veteran enrollment, because they're perplexed on how to do that, but through the vectoring them into for mammogram. So not necessarily homelessness or take a survey.
Well, female veterans as a whole, right? It's just making sure that everyone's getting the services that they need.
Absolutely. The primary care clinic is also has a focus for expectant mothers, you know, and but I've been enrolled since 2013, and I just had my first one last year. So I was either avoiding it or not complying with my regular health care because of my circumstances.
What made you finally decide to go? Because you can be an inspiration for a lot of women.
That's a good question. So that comes to self-care. So my self-care program was mental health first, and remission of alcoholism, and then medical. And I had that to go to the VA for medical. So and whole health. They have a whole health program taking charge of my health and life, preventative health, and that's growing.
And that's to the VA?
Mm-hmm. That started last November, and there's an alumni also for that.
Wow.
So
so for people who say there are no services, they don't really realize the extensive services that are offered through the VA here in Palm Beach County. That's remarkable. They have a whole health program.
That's true. Even at last Friday, there was a homeless summit challenge, and that's one of the things I could see is getting the information out on what programs are available. There was not a large attendance at that.
Yeah, because they gotta make more noise.
You gotta make more noise.
Oh, and as a matter of fact, the invited homeless veteran who works at the VA didn't come to be the speaker. So I volunteered to be the speaker.
Good for you.
Imagine that.
Captain Tiffany Kennedy, you are growing by leaps and bounds here.
Thanks, Dawn.
You know,
Thanks,
you
Freddie.
really are being an inspiration for so many people, not just women and not just veterans, but now even the female homeless veterans. You've been there. You understand what it's like on all aspects of what it is.
I'll be seeing some other female homeless veterans. We're volunteering for Jake's Unified Dream this weekend, building a garden for the mentally ill, a civilian hospital for mental patients. We're going to help them build a garden.
Where's that going to be?
I have the address.
Okay,
It's in Boca.
okay, it's in Boca. All right, so check that out.
95th Street, something?
Okay, Jake, for Jake's, for Unified Dream. We had him on the other day. We've had a lot of foundations on through Captain Kennedy today, this week.
She's unbelievable.
Foundation Friday.
David, what else is going on through Tenant and with what you're up to?
Oh, we just brought 2 new vascular surgeons in the West Palm Beach area. Dr. Manuel Mendez, he's bilingual, is an established vascular surgeon in this area for 23 years. He just joined us on staff at Good Samaritan Medical Center. And then at St. Mary's Medical Center, we brought another vascular surgeon in, Dr. Keith Jones. So we're excited about that. We're expanding our vascular surgeon program. Tenant Florida Physician Services hasn't had a breast surgeon in about 3 or 4 years.
Really?
So we're happy to have Dr. Reel here and all that she's going to do. I mean, she was busy just from the minute she stepped in the door at her office at TFPS. That's what we call Tenant Florida Physician Services for short, and the hospital, Good Samaritan Medical Center. She's been busy, so that's great. We're getting her out in the community. She's, reconnecting with, old connections, so and new connections. So we're happy, and yeah, we're just bringing on a lot of doctors in the area. I think we have over 200 from Jupiter to Coral Gables that are employed with Tenant under contract. So that's great. They, practice in our offices and on staff at our hospitals.
And you do a show when on WNN?
I do a show Tuesday night, 6 to 6:30. I interview doctors, I interview nurse practitioners, I interview CEOs of hospitals. And it's a great, I always say they take us on an adventure of health because Freddie knows, he's my producer. We learn so much every Tuesday.
It's funny
amazing.
because you got to shove them out of the room because they're in there for 27 minutes going, and you got to get them out because it's another show that goes out there, but it's the best.
And Dr. Reel will be on my show October 15th, 6 to 6:30, and we're going to talk about all of her other areas of interest as well as what she does with, breast surgery.
I mean, the life of being a female doctor?
Yeah,
outside of being the doctor, outside of being the physician, the life of 5 children.
I don't know how she does that. I didn't know that until today, and that's amazing. Yeah.
And they're not even all grown children, so that takes it to a whole nother level. You're really in mommy mode too.
And I have a 2-year-old, so I totally understand.
Which we got to see. We got to see.
Daisy keeps me busy.
We got to
and
see
my wife
Daisy.
busy.
We got to see Daisy on Tuesday.
Yeah, she actually took the radio mic and was ready to go. So we'll get her in there, her own show.
That was hilarious.
Thank you to reaching out because we don't often have traditional doctors on our show. We do a lot of holistic. We talk about chakras and healing and different modalities, but not often do we have a physician. So thank you, David. Let's
And a
keep
surgeon
that
at that,
open. A
board
breast surgeon is,
certified.
for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And as always, get your screening. Take a friend. Encourage your mom, your sister, your daughter, whatever it is. Go with them because knowledge is power, right? And it starts with that knowledge instead of fear.
You know, it's funny. You remember when we used to have David? We used to be at
Is that
the
why
other
you're laughing?
station? Yes, because he brought me the shark doctor. Remember the
Oh,
shark
yeah. Yeah, Dr. Robert Borrego, St. Mary's. He's a general surgeon, mostly trauma. And he became the shark doctor with all these shark bites. Like, he kept on getting cases, and the community, the fire rescue would bring him to him. I mean, he was very well known. And he's a fisherman. I think he lives in Jupiter, too. We got the Jupiter
He
connection
does. He
here.
told the Jupiter because it came up on my Facebook page. Because remember he brought in the shark.
He saves the teeth. That allows
Oh
them.
my gosh.
Yeah.
For more information, you can reach out to Dr. Real at 561-594-1850. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you Monday. Same time, same place. Be kind to each other. And tomorrow, join us at Miracle League of Palm Beach County. Opening day in Delray Beach. Bye-bye.
Are you ready for the challenge? Do you know what's coming? Are you ready to become a healthier you in 12 weeks? Welcome to Shred Zone. Shred Zone Fitness offers a personalized training program that you can do. With 30 minutes of time and online daily support, motivation, and a customized, easy, and flexible program designed with you in mind. Contact us at ShredZoneOnline.com and Shred Zone Fitness Studio, 561-331-2050. 2059. Shred Zone Online gives you 24/7 access to your personal trainer, personalized nutrition suggestions, strength training, and weekly accountability. Contact Shred Zone today at 561-331-2059. Let Shred Zone shred you to a better health. ShredZoneOnline.com or 561-331-2059.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.